Okay. Sorry. Okay, I start with the negative observation. Next, counter plan 1. Then, if time allows, go to contention 1, case side. Okay, are you ready? Okay. Yes. Negative observation. They say that after plan, the fear for social security will be decreasing, so the people will increase the consumption. However, their assumption why consumption increase is that if revenue increase, the people fear decreasing, so people will start consuming. This is their assumption. However, I will deny this point. Please extend 1NC. Please remember this evidence. This evidence says before increasing tax revenue, in total tax revenue decreasing because consumption decrease, right? Therefore, we can deny their assumption. Therefore, please extend our curve. Our curve say, actually, in past Japan, that because of increasing consumption tax, total tax revenue decreasing. This empirical analysis proved the actual case of today's Japan. Therefore, conclusion is tax revenue decreases after plan. Please remember. At least, my second argument is that the reason is social security enhanced by increasing revenue. Therefore, counter plan 1 is also captured, right? After counter plan, the social security increases because of revenue increasing. Therefore, we can get this solvency also. Please remember, go to counter plan 1. Counter plan 1, they check our evidence. Our evidence never talks about saving tax. So I will prove in 2NC. Imposing 2% saving tax can get the many trillion yen as tax revenue, which is equal to 36% of consumption tax. Shirakawa, chief economist of Credit Suisse Security, 2011 code. There is 4,100 trillion yen of private capital in Japan. 1,700 trillion out of total is financial asset. When we tax 2%, we can approximately raise 80 trillion yen as a tax revenue. It is equal to 36% of consumption tax and coal. Therefore, in Japan, there are 1,400 trillion yen in Japan. Then we tax 2% on saving. Therefore, we can get the 28 trillion yen. This is our solvency. Please remember this point. Then I refute their. Then our counter plan is better than affirmative plan. I show 3 priority. The first priority, we can get much more tax revenue. That is 28 trillion yen. However, consumption tax decreases the consumption, so revenue also decreasing. This is our first priority. Second priority, compared with consumption tax, saving tax can stimulate economic growth because unused fund is used for consumption from the bank to the market. Therefore, the consumption increasing, so economy will be enhanced. This is our second priority. Third priority is that our evidence, 1NC evidence also mentioned that the different from consumption tax, the saving tax is not burden for low-income person. Therefore, we can avoid the regressivity for such people. This is our third priority. Please remember this point. Then I will respond to their refutation one by one. Then the first one, they say the counter plan plus affirmative plan is good. However, that's wrong because by taking counter plan plus affirmative plan, the economy will be bad. Therefore, such both adoption is bad for the decision making. Go to the next refutation. Then the second refutation is that after counter plan, people shift their asset to foreign country. However, they just say shift to foreign country. Never say that how much asset goes to foreign country. Therefore, people think shifting asset to foreign has more risk than keeping in domestic. In fact, shifting asset is almost no problem in Europe and America. Same source by Shirakawa continues, quote. In Europe, there are not so few cases of tax on assets. Also, in America, there is a property tax. However, according to recent research, there are only few cases that asset is flowing out to foreign. Exchange risk will follow together. So, even if it takes a little tax, they might think keeping fund in domestic is better and co. Therefore, this empirical analysis in Europe and America proves that such problem is not so much, right? Therefore, we can guarantee the solvency of the saving tax. We can get about 20 trillion yen. Therefore, this is better. That's all.
Cross-examination time for the affirmative.
Okay. Your Shirakawa evidence says that there is 14 trillion yen in savings.
Yes.
Are all of those in savings accounts?
No, the 2NC evidence say that there are 4,000 trillion, that is the financial asset and the non-financial asset in Japan. Then 1NC evidence say there are 1,400 trillion yen as a financial asset.
Right, but financial assets are not subject to a savings tax.
No. Financial asset in bank is a target of our saving tax as a counterpart.
But financial assets such as private equity, CDs, those would all be subject to your
yes, this
savings
is
tax?
not target.
Not a target.
It's not target.
But you just said that your evidence, your data, was talking about all financial assets.
No. 2NC evidence talks about all financial assets in Japan. In total,
Right.
there are 4,000 trillion yen. But if we divide, the financial asset in bank is at 1,400 trillion yen. Then other
Right.
is about 2,000 something.
Okay.
Is at such.
Okay, that's fine.
Yes.
You say your Shirakawa evidence says
Yes.
that an example from an American property tax
Yes, property and
proves
you.
that there will not be capital flight.
And
But taxes on property are like taxes on buildings. You
yes.
can't move a building.
Yes, it is about the American case. Then in,
Right.
in Europe,
So why is that comparable since you could just put your money in Bank of
Thank you.
China
Thank you.
in a branch in Tokyo?
okay, I grant. In American case, is about such building or something. Now, our upper sentence say in Europe, the such tax on saving is imposed, but such problem is not occurred.
But is that imposed in one country or is it imposed across the Eurozone?
In one country, over the main countries,
Okay.
France or
So
other
here's what I'm
countries.
trying to wrap my head around.
Sorry.
Why would Japanese people, if they knew that like 2% of their assets were going to be gone, not have an incentive to
This
move that
this is
money into
because
protect
there
it?
are exchange risks. Thank you.